Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen J Lotus, Pimp Sunkiss, coming at y'all right quick, right fast, maybe, with a bit of an informational, okay? A couple of facts from facts, as in FAQs, frequently asked questions. So, I decided to do this in video form, so that I can be sure that I'm making it as clear, concise, and direct as possible. So, I'm gonna have the pictures of my flyers up there, so that y'all can see as I'm going along. I have my iPad here is what I will be, looking at. So y'all may see me looking down a bit here and there. I'm looking at my iPad, looking at what you're looking at, also on the screen. All right, so first frequently asked question. Wait, let me have some consistency about myself. Ain't gonna waste no more time. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the specificities of this informational. So first frequently asked question that I am frequently asked. How do I book a reading with you? Well, honey, it's very simple. So I did used to have a little website or whatever, but it didn't make a difference because people still found it more convenient to do it the way that I was doing it. So I just shut it down. It's under construction. I need to repurpose and redirect and rebrand it and all of that good shit. So as of now, and as it has for the most part always been, just hit me up, honey, okay, on the social medias of it all. On the social medias of it all. So any post that I make of a video of any sort, you can comment on it. Any post that I make, you can comment on it like, hey girl, I want to book a reading. Okay girl, I'll inbox you or whatever, or just go ahead and inbox me. Inbox me, tell me you want to read it, and we get the ball rolling from there. So of course, if you somebody that already has my number, then we can make that shape. I don't just be giving out my number all willy-nilly for a multitude of reasons. Howsoever, under special circumstances, I may dish out my Apple ID for it to be iMessaged. Okay? However, any other time, a simple DM suffices, honey. A simple DM suffices. I get back with you as soon as possible. On Facebook and Instagram, do be mindful. Send me a friend request first, or my Instagram page is open, so you can just follow me on Instagram and then send me a message. Sometimes the message, if we ain't never interacted before, the message may go to my request box. I'm not always mindful of checking the request box. So if you sent me a DM and it's been a good minute and you ain't got no response and we never interacted like talking about, comment on my page and be like, hey, I DM'd you, might be in your request box or whatever, I'm trying to book a reading, hit me back. And so that'll let me know something. I am approachable. I know, whatever will have you about me, I don't know. For whatever reason, I might seem unapproachable. I might seem like catfish or something. But I am approachable. I don't bite unless you know what I'm saying, get crazy. Okay? But I'm not an unprovoked biter. I don't just go out of my way to be mean to people. I consistently lead with love, even if there is conflict and disagreement. Okay? I lead with love. I am kind. But yeah, child, exactly how I am in these videos is exactly how I am in general. This is me. I is me. So yeah, child, the way you book a reading with me is just hit me up and let me know something, and we get the ball rolling from there. Now, I feel I need to go ahead and just straight out the gate say that this part is gonna be the next frequently asked question, which is the different payment methods. Okay, so I have Cash App. Zelle kicked me off. They didn't believe that I am who I am. And that's what I was saying about the other stuff. Like, it's the way stuff be. It's like, do people think I'm catfish? Do people think I'm a robot? Y'all think I'm an android? I'm not. I'm a real person. Because Zelle didn't believe I am who I am either. So, I exist out here. I am a real boy. So, I have Cash App. Okay? And I have access to a Zelle. So if you have Zelle, just let me know and I send you a number for it and we get it cooking, okay? Any other payment method, there are ways we can work it out, okay? So the big thing about that is communication. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Now, getting on into it. When you hit me up, girl, you better not knock down my camera. Back up. Thank you. I love you. Have to get the kids together sometime. All right. Not actual kids. I have cats. So, what was I saying? Oh, once you hit me up and we are in the midst of getting the ball rolling, you say, hey, you want to read in? I'm going to be like, okay, did you have any specific questions? Or you just want me to freestyle? Or is there any particular sector in your life that you want to touch on? Or do you just want me to freestyle? You just want me to channel? And when I say channel, I also want to specify my spiritual gifts and abilities and all of that. I am a medium, a prophet. I am clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, and my biggest, strongest gifts are picking up on past life things, even beyond this specific lifetime and timeline. I'm really good at picking up on different dimensions and all of that, as well as picking up on the things that people are willfully ignoring and or willfully trying to hide. So that's just, something to be aware of. That being said as well, I don't need the cards to channel. However, the cards are mostly used as a tool to like show the work and to structure the channeling, to structure and add more form and more of a imagery also for you all to see, where everything is coming from and how it is arranged. And like I said, a showing of the work. Like as if we were doing math, you do the problem. A lot of people, like myself, can just call the answer off top. But the teacher gonna be like, show your work. So the cards are also a tool for a showing of the work. Okay. Just to throw that out there. I use a multitude of different types of cards. I can also use any types of cards, such as spade playing cards, Uno cards. I can also read from art forms. It's a part of my clairaudience. I am also an artist. So I am also good at channeling and reading art forms. So if you yourself are an artist and you want to get a reading, and you want me to channel any of your art forms, whether you're a visual artist, you are a musician, you're an actor, whatever what have you, playwright, screenwriter, dancer, if you want me to do if you want me to do like an artistic analysis for you, and it can be about you channeling like something, like see what I get off of you based on an art form of yours, or if there are any other art forms, such as any songs. For example, if you are really stuck on the Cowboy Carter album right now by Beyonce, or if there are any specific songs off of that album that have really been sticking to you, just really stuck in your head, you've just really been feeling attached to them and resonating with them, like talking about, you want to come to me and you want me to channel on it for you and read on it for you and do an analysis for it, as to, what the messages could be for you from those art forms, what could God or the universe be wanting to say to you, what's the connection between you and that art form, or you and Beyonce, if you will. I also do that. And you can also see a lot of different examples and variations of the different types of readings and channelings that I do on my YouTube, which I will leave the link to my YouTube in the comment section of this video. All right, now let's get to the flyer aspect. And this can go like one of two ways, right? So when you hit me up and I ask you, do you have any specific questions? If you have any specific questions, I can pinpoint what section, what tier your questions fall in, okay? So, for example, with my standard flyer, it is the pink, purple, and black one. It has pops of oranges and whatnot. Y'all gonna see it on the screen. So, as you can see, I have a general tier, a love tier, and a career and finances tier, okay? Each section has 3 different time span options. 15 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. All right. Now, in special cases, okay, if we got it like that, or you live in the area that I also live in, we can arrange for in-person things, and or we could do it through video chat. Otherwise, I will do it in video form and I will post it unlisted on my YouTube channel. It won't be public at all. Nobody else will be able to see it except me and who I send the link to, which would be the client, you. So you can also, when you inbox me, you say you want to read it and whatnot, and I say, okay, what about, you got any specific questions in a particular area of your life? You can say, it's general shit going on. I got, relationship stuff. It's just a whole lot going on. That would place you in the general section. So in that case, you want a general reading. You want me to just pull and see, whatever comes up, the main things that your divine realm or your higher self and all of that would like to say, would like for you to know and be aware of and focus on right now. All right. And or you can say, specifically what's going on. And like I said, I can pinpoint if it goes to general, love, or finances. Now, I also have, and we'll get specifically to it, I do also have what I call a heart chakra reading tier. And it covers love and money. Okay? However, it is specifically getting into the multitudes of the heart chakra. So it's much more spiritual. It's deeper than if you were to get simply, I want to ask love and money questions. Okay? And I'm going to go deeper into specification as to what the differences are once I get to that specific flyer. Okay? Now, the love section. This can be for romantic relationships, family relationships, your relationship with yourself. If you want to ask about if you have love coming, you want me to read on specific relationships for you and whatnot. That's the love section. Whatever is love. Okay. The finance section, this covers all things finances. Your money frequency, what's going on with your job, what's going on with your career. Could you have another one on the horizon? Do you need to start doing applications? Do you need to quit your job? What's going on at your job? Also, this can cover all things financial, such as bills, your home space, stuff going on with your car, anything that needs to be paid for, how you can attract more money, how you can make more money, any streams of income or monetary opportunities that you're not paying attention to, all of that. All right. So, trying to see if there's anything else I want to cover there for this particular section that people tend to ask. Okay, so before we get to the heart chakra tier, the difference between getting a general reading, a love and finances combo, and the heart chakra reading is that the heart chakra tier is more supernatural. Okay? If you were to get a general reading and you have love, money, and whatever other stuff questions, it covers more of the surface level, more of the earth realm dealings of things, okay? As opposed to love and money combo, I would stick strict to the surface levels of love and money. But if you were to get a general reading, it would cover like a whole series of other things. It would allow whatever comes up to come up. So a general reading, especially if you get like a 30-minute or an hour, it's kind of like a gamble. It's kind of like a chance. It's whatever comes up. So if any supernatural things so happen to come up or anything like that, any other special stuff so happens to come up, I'm not going to charge you extra because it's a general, it's whatever comes up. So the thing about that is being clear on what you want. We can't act like the realities of the financials don't exist. So not only being clear and concise and direct and firm in what it is that you want, also be clear and concise and direct and whatever it is that you need. Okay? So I have a multitude of price options here. Okay? That being said, there is also the option of doing $5 per question. That gets you one card. Now, I can channel a whole lot off of one card. Not to mention, I may use other tools in my own, space to do the channeling as well. But that one card will be what you see. Okay? So it just depends on what spirit calls me to do. But do understand that more often than not, regardless of what you pay, you're more than likely going to get more than what you paid for out of me. That's just 100. Also, a month, you can do 5 cards per question. Or, my bad, y'all. You can do $5 per question. Get you one card, and I, channel off of that one card. It would likely, the audio message or clip or video or, typing or whatever will be very to the point. And if it's a video or audio recording, it'll go no more than 5 to 8 minutes. If you want to do 10, you can do $10 per 3 cards. So you can ask a question, you can ask 3 questions, you'll get 3 cards per question. You can ask 1 question, you'll get 3 cards of answers based off that question. Okay? So again, it's not on the flyer, but I do have the option of you can pay $5 per question. Okay? So if you got 1 question, pop in, hey, can you read on this 1 question for me? Send me $5. I got you. You get 1 card and I'm gonna channel it. If you got 1 question and you want 3 cards for it, it's 10. Just hit me up. Hey, can I get 3 cards off this question? Bet. Send me the 10. We make it shake. Hey, I got 3 questions. Can I get 3 cards off of this question? $10. Send it to me. We get it shaking. Real simple. Just be clear. Know what you want and communicate it, and we'll make something shake. I do also barter. Okay? So communication is key. Communication is key. I have several options for several things, and just say what you need to say and ask what you need to ask. There are no stupid questions. All right? Now, let's go to the heart chakra Flyer. All right, so the heart chakra tier, outside of it being more of a supernatural reading, it is also pinpointing specifically the coexisting and the co-collaboration of love and money, the love and money frequency, the understanding that the heart space, the heart chakra, covers both love and money in the way that you can't have one without the other. So, for instance, you more than likely would want a heart chakra reading if you more than likely would want a heart chakra reading if you have been dealing with things where you feel like you're taking all the action, you're doing all of the things you need to do to assure that your relationship is successful, but something is still like off, something that you're trying to manifest, something that you're trying to make work in your heart space and your relationship sector and your love sector of life. Again, that can be romantic, family, friends, all of that, your relationship with yourself. You've been really trying to build up on it, but for some reason, things just still aren't clicking. Same with in the money space. If you've been having financial setback after financial setback, or you steady trying to get something financial or something of, a material frequency off the ground, launched and stable, but no, it seems like no matter what you do, no matter how much work you're putting in, and all of that, it's just not going right. That more than likely means you need a heart chakra reading, because it could be something going on in your love frequency that is polluting your money frequency, and or it could be something in your money frequency that is polluting your heart frequency. This is where what is going on, where the love and money is either disconnected and fucking each other up, or they're battling each other and fucking each other up. Versus if you were simply to get a love and money combo, it would just be whatever comes up, love and money. The answers and the channelings, the messages of love and money may not have anything to do with each other. So, for example, love and money combo, you could get messages about your relationship, and let's say your mate is cheating on you, and Spirit is saying you need to hurry up and like get your ducks in a row, start another account that they don't know about, start putting money into that account, and start creating an exit plan to get out of that relationship safely and healthily before you confront that situation. Okay, but then the money messages may come up that you finna get a big random sum of money gifted to you from some random person on the street. Those two things on the surface and in a spiritual sense don't have anything to do with each other. This is just going on over here, and this is just going on over here. Okay? However, in a heart chakra reading, then it would be like your mate is polluting your progress. The mate that you have is not the one for you, and you got a big financial blessing that's waiting to come in, but if it comes in right now while you're attached to them, they're going to steal it from you. So Spirit is withholding that blessing until you leave that person, until you find your way out of that relationship. Okay? Those two things have to do with each other. They're directly connected. You have a financial blessing that's being blocked because of a love situation that's going on. And if that financial blessing comes in, your love situation will fuck that financial situation up. Okay? So I hope I explained that. I hope I explained that to a T in a way that y'all are able to understand, so that y'all are able to understand why they are two different things and or three different things. Because like I said, you can get a general reading and love and money stuff can come up, but it's it's whatever comes up. It's a gamble type thing. Love and money combo, the love and money messages may not have anything to do with each other, and it's going to be much more surface level. Heart chakra gets into more of the supernatural, taps into how the love and money elements have to exist together. They are affecting each other. They have to work with each other. One can't exist without the other. All right. So also with the heart chakra reading, there aren't like extra tiers on there. The only different tiers on there is the time span. So you can get a quick 15 to 20 minutes, it's 25, 30 minutes, 35, 45 minutes, 45, and an hour, 35. Also, with that 45-minute tier that's on here, the 45-minute tier is not on the other flyer that I originally showed, the initial general flyer. However, the 45-minute tier is always available. Just communicate what you want and what you need. Okay? Cover all of that I want to do for the heart chakra tier. Okay, so one thing, because I'm finna move on to the actual supernatural flyer. So to segue into that, you will notice that anywhere that I mention the term supernatural, the prices are higher. That's because it takes more energy. It takes a lot more energy, and it is also more of a risk. that's why those prices are higher. Okay. But again, be clear on what you need and desire and say what you need to say. Okay. We can work something out if we need. All right. All right. Moving on to the supernatural tier, supernatural flyer. And on this supernatural flyer, I am going to soon like revamp and expand it and add the stuff on there that is not specifically on there. However, you will see it says past life readings, and then it has like a description that it covers generational karma. What are your spiritual gifts? Do you have any financial karma going on? Relationship karma, past life parallels, such as what are some things that's going on or that has going on in your past lives, be it this timeline, your childhood specifically. And this can also start from when you were in the womb, in your mother's womb. So that would be the past life section that I'm specifically talking about if we're talking about past life of this particular lifetime. But this can also get into past lives of other before lifetimes, okay? And you know what's going on then that's still showing itself in your life now. That's what past life parallels mean, okay? Or what are some things from your past lives that was going on then that you need to implement now? That can also be, you know, some past life parallel messages that come up, right? Remembering who you are. And then at the bottom, there is DreamWorks. So that covers, you know, a spiritual analysis of any dreams or nightmares that you have. Now, this can also be daydreams. It don't just have to be dreams when you sleep. It can also be daydreams that you have. You go to just staring in the space and certain visions and stuff start to come in and you wondering why you visualize that. Or even I know sometimes, you know, you may listen to music. You may really vibing out on music and you start getting daydreams that come through. You start getting visualizations and whatnot that come through. If you want to get a reading on that, you can also get readings on that. It doesn't just have to be your night dreams. It doesn't just have to be your unconscious dreams. All right. Also, prophetic dreaming. If you want to know if you are a prophetic dreamer, if the dreams that you're having are prophetic. I also can read you on that. Persistent nightmares. If you want to know why you're having persistent nightmares or the same nightmare over and over and over again. If you want some clarity about sleep paralysis, how to clear it up, why it's happening, I can also get into that. Ex hunting your dreams. Is your ex hunting your dreams? But it doesn't have to just be your ex. Are any of your loved ones haunting your dreams? Are there strangers haunting your dreams? Is your future soulmate, twin flame, future soul family, or anything of that nature haunting your dreams? Are there past life people haunting your dreams, coming through your dreams, trying to talk to you, fuck with you, torment you, whatever, what have you? I covered that as well. Now, like I said, those are things that are specified on here, but it's not limited to that. This is the supernatural tier, okay? However, you will notice the DreamWorks prices are different from the past life section, okay? So I want to specify that the DreamWorks section is what it is, okay? DreamWorks prices are DreamWorks prices. However, the past life prices are also all other things besides DreamWorks, all other things that are also supernatural, okay? And of course, besides the heart chakra reading, okay? So heart chakra reading prices and DreamWorks reading prices, while they are both supernatural readings, their prices are their prices. However, the past life prices that you see on the past life section on this flyer, those are the prices for all things supernatural. So if you have a lost loved one that you want read on, you want to know if they have anything to say to you, you want to know if they went to heaven, hell, purgatory, you want to know if they're okay, if they're at peace, whatever, what have you. You want to know what really happened to them, you know, if it was something mysterious that went on. I can read you on that. It's in the supernatural section. It's the past life price, okay? Also, if you are pregnant, trying to get pregnant, and or trigger warning if you've had miscarriages or ABs, okay? AB shuns. I'm saying it coded like that. It's like a trigger cushion, if you will. But you've lost children in any way, shape, or form in your control or beyond your control, whatever, what have you. I also read on that. If you want messages from that child, like I said, also if you are pregnant, I can also read on that child if you want, okay? And those prices are also where you see the past life readings, okay? That also falls under supernatural, okay? Also, if you have alive children that are no older than 13, I also consider those supernatural, okay? So if you want a reading on your child and they're no older than 13, and or children and they're no older than 13, I can also do that. Those also fall under the supernatural tier. Specifically, as the flyer is shown here, it's in the past life section of the prices, okay? Okay, also, I have not made this flyer yet, but it is also a supernatural tier, okay? And it is specifically, it's a reading that covers messages from your higher self, your lower self, and your inner child, all right? So if you are kind of in a transitionary state in your life, and or in a state of your life where it feels like it's dark and you can't see a thing, or it seems very confusing, very foggy, and all of that. And or if you feel like you battling temptation, if you feel like you're at a crossroads position and you're being tugged and pulled in a lot of different directions, and you can't quite decipher, who's leading you at the moment, who is truly in the driver's seat, and what God is truly trying to direct you to do, and what your self is truly trying to direct you to do, what your self truly wants and needs and desires beyond this moment, but also thinking in a long-term sense, then you would more than likely need and benefit from I haven't given it a cool creative name yet, but the specific supernatural reading that I'm working on a flyer for, and it covers, like I said, messages from your higher self, your shadow self, and your inner child. Okay. The prices for that are to be announced. But that's what I have available, okay? And as far as other services and products that I have, healing jewelry, honey. Well, handmade, custom-made jewelry for fashion purposes as well as healing jewelry, okay? So if you want a simple fashion piece, be it necklace, earrings, bracelets, you don't want no healing jewelry on it or nothing, or you would just like want one healing stone, it's gonna be 1111. As well as these particular types of pieces, one charm necklace is also 1111. I do free shipping, and of course, if you are in my area, I can link with you to make that exchange. I take cash, and of course, as well as the other payment services that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Now, if you specifically want healing jewelry, then it depends. Like I said, if you want one type of healing stone, for example, if you want a confidence bracelet, okay, and the healing stone of choice you would have, just for example, you can do howlite or you can do tiger's eye. If you choose to do tiger's eye only or howlite only, and then I also spice it up with other designs, charms, types of beads, they just won't be healing stones, okay, or they may just be like some type of granite, a simple mineral, that would be 1111. If you want two healing stone types, it's going to be 15. So for example, you want a confidence bracelet and you want to use howlite and tiger's eye, and then I also spice it up with my own creativity and whatnot, or whatever creativity you input, that's going to be 15. If you want 3 or more healing stones, 3 to 4 healing stones, different types of healing stones being on there, it's going to be 20, whether it's a necklace or a bracelet, okay? If you get a full lined up charm bracelet, necklace, if you get a bracelet and you want bead stones, charms going all around the lace, that's gonna bring you about 30, okay? Amongst, depending what other creativities and different healing stones and whatnot that we put on it. Now, these are a pair of earrings that I designed and made, okay? And these have jasper. I forgot what type of jasper this is called. I will specify in the comments, because I can't remember exactly what this jasper is called. I hate that I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't recall it right now. But this particular jasper, as well as rose quartz, okay? These earrings, they use 2 different types of healing stones, right? So these earrings are 15 a pair. They're 15. Now, what I channeled when I made these earrings, I spiritually purposed them for healing and protection of the etheric heart chakra. So any deep set traumas of any kind coming from anywhere in the etheric heart chakra. So that will get into your love, your spiritual love, self-love, your relationship with God love, as well as, starting from the higher frequency and allowing that energy to trickle down into your earth realm loves, right? So that's what this is getting into. Also, a way to know if you need like etheric chakra healing and attention is if you've experienced any type of abuse in relationships. So be it domestic violence, mental abuse, narcissistic abuse, sociopathic abuse, any type of abuse in relationships, or abuse in general, abuse in relations, or anything of the sort, then these particular stones will be great for you. And again, I'm going to specify what type of jasper this is, but the type of jasper that this is that I used on these earrings is specifically for the etheric heart chakra, just as well as the rose quartz stone. It's good for the etheric heart chakra. Rose quartz usually is for attracting love, be it from yourself or other people or situations. And this particular jasper is used for healing the love and allowing to process and release anything that needs to be processed and released for the sake of love, honey. So yes, like I said, if you would like a pair of earrings like these, hit me up. They'll run you 15. I have on some other pieces that I designed as well. Again, you can go down my page and you'll see where I have flyers and videos with rundowns of, different options and things that I use. But these bracelets that I have on, with the exception of this bottom one here, I did not make this one. This one was a gift. I made this one, and this is a root chakra protection bracelet. Okay, so it is for clarity. We use white tiger's eye. We use white tiger's eye for this. Clear quartz. Make sure I don't miss nothing. So it's white tiger's eye, clear quartz, moon quartz, and I use the opal color. I was making sure I didn't use the actual opal stone. I use the opal color, and I use these pops of red and the skull symbolisms, okay? Because this one in particular, which I custom made this one for myself, that is. So it is for Santa Muerte, protection by Santa Muerte from and concerning all, negativities that may surround the root chakra. If you got a feeling you got some ops around you, or you got a feeling that some people in your neck of the woods that really don't see it for you. You feel like you got 50,000 friends on Facebook, but don't nobody like your post or share your stuff. So you like, if you're in this state where you feel a need to be saying, prayers such as, God, expose whoever is not truly for me, this will be the type of healing bracelet that you would want. Because when I made this, I was channeling all things protection from the ops, even protection from myself if I need it. If my shadow self is going to town, or if my toxic self is trying to come up, you know what I'm saying? Because we all got our demons and whatnot. If them demons start trying to have too much fun, that's what I channeled up in here. Okay, that's what I channeled up in here, and specifically in honor and reverence of the deity Mother Muerte and or Santa Muerte. That's the energy that I channeled and purposed here for, like I said, protection, clarity, exposing if need to, all of that. So this would run you, like I said, I custom made this for myself. But if you were to purchase this, if you wanted the specific purposing that I channeled into it, if you want all of the types of stones that I put into it, if you want this exact design with the exact stones that I use, like I said, I use a lot of different stones, so this will run you about $20-25. Okay, but if you just want that purposing that I channeled in here, but you don't want to use that many stones, then, like I said, chop it up with me. We'll make some shake, and we can make it look, as close to this, this style as possible, even if you don't use as many of the stones as I use for mine. Now, this one here is my, get closer. So y'all can see this one closer here, okay? Got that white tiger's eye there, moon quartz, clear quartz, these little stones here that I use as accents there, clear quartz, my skull charms here, these pops of red, of course, symbolize the root chakra as well as Mother Muerte, pops of gold for realness, okay? So you see that one more up close. And then here, this is my heart and solar plexus alignment and protection bracelet. So aligning and protecting all things confidence, courage, solar plexus, mood stabilizing, helping us process and release anger, and helping us use any anger or negative emotions and whatnot. Specifically, anger, confidence, courage, and all of that resonates with the solar plexus chakra, specifically helping us to navigate those particular emotions confidently and healthily and divinely. Okay, so I channel all of that up in here, as well as for the heart chakra, which of course would cover love and money. Okay, so as well as aligning, like I said, specifically aligning as well as protecting the solar plexus and heart chakra with each other, because sometimes your sense of confidence or your processing and or lack of processing, the way that you're processing and or not processing anger can have an effect on your heart chakra, and something that's going on in your heart chakra, your relationships, can have an effect on your confidence and your anger and whatnot. So specifically aligning the way that the heart chakra and the solar plexus affect each other, so assuring that they work together and not against each other. That's what I channel into the making and the design of this bracelet. Like I said, aligning and protecting the solar plexus and the heart chakra. And for this one, again, I used a bunch of different types of healing stones, so you don't have to use as many as I did, but if you were to get exactly how I did it, this will run you about $20-25. I use tiger's eye, green jade, green citrine and green aventurine, as well as howlite. Okay, and of course I also used some clear types of beads, these glass beads here. I use these for clarity and emotional stabilization. They are glass, but the symbolism which I channeled into them as I bless the process and bless the piece itself, that's what I channeled into it. So like I said, if you use as many, if you want to use exactly as many healing stones as I use to get this exact design, it's gonna run you about $20-25. But it don't have to run you $20-25 if you just want that purposing and you still want this color scheme. You want to use one healing stone, you want to use two, we can work that out too. This one is for clarity, alignment, and protection of the throat chakra. So dealing with all things truth, communication, also music and listening. So it help you, what I channeled into it is to help clarify communication, as well as, you know, the listening aspect as well. So to help you hear and discern better, you know, what people may be trying to say to you, what different art pieces, forms of music, lyrics, things of that nature may be saying to you, as well as like a repellent, if you will, for, and or an exposure, if you will, for people who may be trying to get over on you, people who may be trying to communicatively abuse you, mentally abuse, verbally abuse, and or manipulate, you know, lie on you, disparage you, things of that nature. Also radiating protection from those things. Now, I want to specify, it doesn't mean you won't experience those things. This can help you navigate those things, help for the clarity to come out faster, help for the truth to come out faster, and to help you better discern within yourself how you can navigate specific situations of that nature. And also, like I said, if you're an artist and you do music, or you're a writer, you're a poet, and all of that, a combination of these two will really help you, because, you know, of course, this one will help you get more clarity, you know, feel all of the feels that you need, and all of that, to pour it in there, as well as the confidence and all of that. And then this one helping you clarify, what do you want to say? What message do you want to send out? Are you trying to communicate? As well as helping the alignment align for to properly transfer that energy and transfer that message. All right. So yeah, this one would run you 15. Because I use two different types of healing stones on this one. I use blue apatite and clear quartz. There's also granite on this, but like I said, that's, you know, a basic mineral. No tea, no shade to it, but you know, it is what it is, right? So this one will run you about 15 because I only use two different healing stones on that one. So yeah, I think I covered what I need to cover. Once again, it's free shipping on the jewelry, and pretty soon I will have package deals where if you get a reading from me, you know, I'll make it some type of way, you know, to package deal in a piece of jewelry or a jewelry set of some sort. Oh, that jewelry sets are 30. The price range of jewelry sets is 30 to 50. Okay. Again, it depends on how many healing stones and the maintenance that will go into putting the pieces on there. Okay. So let's say we take away this bracelet and this side over here. Okay. Let's say I only have this bracelet, these earrings, and this necklace. It will be 30. Okay. But if I have this bracelet, X-nay, all the other bracelets, if it's just this bracelet, these earrings, and this necklace, it'll run you 35, maybe 40. Okay. So just a example of how that type thing works. Also, I am getting my ducks in a row to start doing classes, such as tarot reading, oracle reading, channeling, you know, enhancing your spiritual gifts classes and things of that nature. Okay. So I am getting my ducks in a row to do that. I am going to start off with just 3 to 5 students because I want this to be like a very intimate process. And I also want y'all to be able to have the option of, if you want to do it as a duo or a group, or if you would just like to have your own individual process with me and we, you know, go through all of the things, it would be subscription based. And so again, once I get all the ducks in a row on that and I get the flyers together, it'll be posted. So just let you know, if you want to learn how to do what I do, start thinking about that. And yeah, also I do also do spiritual services such as spell work. I do cord breakings, and I will refer to that flyer right now. Again, whatever you want, just hit me up and just be very clear and concise on what you need and what you desire and how you would like to do such the thing. Okay. So yes, the spiritual works, I'm gonna have that up there. You'll see it. As you can see, I do cord breakings. They are 100. So if you got any type of like toxic attachment that you're having a hard time breaking yourself, and you need help clearing up all the toxic ties, the roots, the residuals of that situation from out of your life and the influence of that person from out of your life, I do cord breakings. This can also be from a situation or a job. It doesn't have to necessarily be a person. It could be a situation, circumstance, environment. Let's say if you just moved from a home, let's just say it was haunted, right? Let's say you moved out of a house because it was haunted. You want to do a cord breaking from that house and from the energy of that house. I can help you with that. Now, something like that specifically, it would actually be like a little more, because that's, you know, more, but that was just a loose example. But if you're leaving a job, like if you're leaving a toxic job and you want to be cut from that whole, the whole energy of that building, that situation, and people, that same thing will be 100. Okay. You need protection. You feel like you need some protection, whatever have you need a protection ritual. I do those. They run 80. You need a heart chakra cleanse. They run 100. You need a sacral chakra cleanse. That's 80. I also do cleanses of the other chakras as well. It's just at the time that I made this flyer, those were the specific ones that I was strongest in at the time. So you don't have to feel pigeonholed to these. If you need any other type of chakra cleanse, I also do those. And I also do legal cord breakings. Okay, so you got a legal situation going on, I can help you in that department as well. It's not on here though, because each situation is different, and I would have to get with spirit, get with the divine realm, and see if they approve of me doing work on your situation. Because those are tedious situations. It could be something, again, even if it's, let's say you're falsely accused of something, there could be a divine reason why you need to go through that process so that you can collect information to help someone else. That's a harsh reality that exists, and so that's why I don't have it on a specific flyer, because that would be something that we have to consultate about first. Okay, and of course the price range on that would then depend on the circumstance, right? So with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this cow dry. So with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this cow dry, and I'm thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quotes for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways, like love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.